Well, tonight we're having a little panel, a little discussion. We have some DJs and from all over the country. They've been voted to come here to Nashville and to our Starstruck building. And we have listeners and fans who are going to be asking us some questions, and we're going to have a little discussion. And to talk about the new album, which is out November the 9th, called All the Women I Am. Thank y'all very much for coming out. I've never seen the gallery so full. This is perfect. Thank y'all. This is going to be fun.
I'm excited. I'm super excited, and I'm going to use every pun and that I'm saying that I'm starstruck. And I was just wondering if there's somebody, I know that you had talked about being starstruck meeting the Bushes at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there somebody that you have met, or if you would meet them, you'd be starstruck?
I got to tell you the funniest story. Back early on, I think it was in the 80s, I was playing a benefit in San Diego with Bob Hope. And of course, Bob Hope attracts a lot of big stars. Mm. And so I was in the hair and makeup room, and I had these big rollers in my hair. And I was sitting there patiently waiting for him to get through with me. And somebody comes into the makeup room and said, "James Stewart just entered the building." And I went pulling these curlers out of my hair, grabbed my camera out of my purse, and I ran out there and I said, "Oh, Mr. Stewart, I know you're so busy. Can I have a picture with you?" I was starstruck with James Stewart. Wow. Do you blame me on that? Oh my gosh, my hero.
Awesome. I'm starstruck right now.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We all are.
Thank you.
I have to tell you briefly, one of my cats belonged to my mother originally. My mom passed away a couple of years ago. Oh. And the kitty's name is Miss Reba.
Oh, cute. I'm very flattered. Thank you very much.
She would be thrilled to be
That's
here.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I am wondering, I think about how things must have changed so much over the years with your fan club. Tell us a little bit about what your fan club was originally, way back when, and now. You probably sent out mailers before the internet, and now with social media, how things have changed for you in that regard.
Things have changed. It's probably easier to say what hasn't changed, but things have changed so much because of technology, as you said. But we, at one time, had over 50,000 fan club members that we would send out a biweekly newsletter. And so we had a very talented lady, Cindy Owen, at our office who would print up this newsletter every other week, and so I had to write a little letter each week, and then we'd have to take pictures out on the road, which was all right with me because I'm a picture fanatic. And then nowadays, I can sit down at my computer and visit with all my fans via Twitter, and then everything that I tweet goes on our Facebook, and we have over 1 million Facebook followers right now. And so it's, you too, you're on there? Thank you. So it's a lot of fun, the interaction. It's not, we used to take U.S. crates, those mail crates, full of fan mail. And I'd get them on the plane with me, and as I would go to the show, I would go through every fan club letter from a fan club member and answer it and write thank you notes. And now I can just do it. And they get it immediately. It's great, and I get the feedback instantly too of what they're thinking and what they like. And when we're promoting something, all the fans are so great to word of mouth, and they'll put it on their website, and it multiplies so quickly. So it's a huge improvement and drastically different.
Yeah,
I like it.
excellent.
The name of the CD, All the Women I Am, and I think about what, from our perspective as fans, all the women you are, the wife and the mother and the businesswoman, the performer. There are more. One of the women you are that maybe people this might be a question for your husband.
No, we're not going to ask you. He's off limits.
One woman. What is one side of you that maybe people don't know all that well?
I'm a chef. That's laugh. That's big laugh right there. I don't think there's anything that my fans don't know about me. I really don't. I talk about everything I do freely. I even was talking about my shooting. Of course, I did that when we were doing Annie Get Your Gun. I wanted to be sure that I looked like I knew how to shoot a gun, and so I started learning how to do that. I talk about my cooking every once in a while, and because that's every once in a while I cook. And when I do cook, I make a big deal out of it, you know. Once this month I did cook. But it's, there's not much of anything that I can think of that you don't know about me.
I saw your performance of If I Were a Boy on CMT, and I thought it was fabulous. I really think that'll be a hit for you. Why did you choose it?
Well, we were doing the 3:30 sessions unplugged on CMT, and their format is you do 5 songs of yours, and then you find a song out of the genre of country music. And so Scott Borchetta and Narvel Blackstock decided I would do If I Were a Boy. And so I did that, and it went viral. And I was really excited about it. And so that's when we thought, man, this is really exciting. Let's start with a new album. And that's how it happened.
I'm glad you did it.
Thank
Sounds
you.
great. Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Reba, one of the things that we did when we wanted to bring people to Nashville to hear this album for the first time, we asked them why they wanted to meet you. Well over half of our entries had meeting you on their bucket list.
That's neat.
More than half of them. It was, and it didn't matter the age, the youngest to the oldest. Reba's on the bucket list. What's on your bucket list? Because you have, you know, you're pretty much able to do everything I'd imagine that you'd want to do, but is there something you haven't done yet?
Funny enough, the thing I want to do is there's places in the world I haven't gone to. There's places in the United States I haven't been to. Although we've toured in every state of the Union, there are places I want to go back to and I want to see. On the bucket list this year was to go on the Rocky Mountaineer train line from Calgary, Canada, over to Vancouver, and we got to do that. And I wanted to go see Yosemite and stay at the lodge there, which I did that a couple of years back. So it's things like that. When I was a little kid traveling with Mom and Daddy when we were rodeoing, I always wanted to stay at the Yellowstone National Park Lodge. No, we stayed down at the Motel 6, about 6 miles outside of Yellowstone Park. So little things like that really meant the world to me when I was little. And then going outside, of course I've been to Australia, which I love, and New Zealand and Ireland and Scotland, but I've never been to Asia. So that's on my bucket list, to go to Asia and to continue traveling this beautiful world, mainly this beautiful country we get to live in.
I'm amazed at how you seem to, you're always you, but you reinvent yourself every 10 years or so, and you seem always learning and growing and open to new ideas, like you're talking about the Twitter and the Facebook and all that sort of thing. And I heard you say, I think it was backstage at an award show once, you were talking, someone asked you about Taylor Swift, and you said that you had learned stuff from Taylor Swift, which is just amazing to me, you know, your willingness to learn. And I was wondering what you have learned from Taylor, and what maybe advice you have given to her, since you're basically label mates with the same label.
Well, the first thing, I'm almost positive she doesn't need any advice from me. She's done pretty well on her own. But what I've learned from Taylor is the poise and the confidence that just reeks from her. The first time I met her was at the ACMs when she sang Tim McGraw. And I was over on stage right. I was hosting that night, and I wanted to meet her. And there she was with her guitar, and they were messing with her hair and making sure everything was right, and she was calmly speaking to me like she was going to go have lunch instead of going in front of all her peers singing in front of millions of people. And she walked out with cowboy boots on and a guitar in front of her and walked downstairs, which is hard enough to do without a guitar in front of you, looking right at Tim McGraw, singing the song Tim McGraw. I'm like, wow. I've been in the business over 30 years, and I don't think I could have done that. And she didn't sweat it at all. Wow. Just that poise. Just, I can do it. Imagine it, go do it. And that's what I saw in her that night.